So it is important to mention that different media support different transfer speeds. The main unit that we use to measure data transfer is bits per second. Nowadays, improvements in network technologies have increased transfer speed, and so it is more convenient to use kilobytes or megabytes. The theoretical speed of data in a medium is called bandwidth, and it depends on the signaling technique used and the physical properties of the medium. The actual transfer rate is called throughput and is affected by various factors such as interference, traffic, the number of connected devices, and errors. In a network with many segments, the slow segment creates a bottleneck that affects the throughput of the network. In this case, throughput is only as fast as the slowest link of the path from source to endpoint. Goodput measures the transfer rate of usable data. So factors that affect speed of data transmission include bandwidth of the network, data transfer rate of storage devices, interferences, malicious software, number of connected devices, number of users and users' demand at any particular time, basically traffic, packet loss and retransmission, read speed of storage devices, slow segment, speed technology and capacity of the network server, time required for user authentication and various security checks that take place, types of files sent, type of transmission medium, uses PC CPU speed, uses PC RAM/disk caching, and finally uses PC various subsystem performance. And so impact of wireless networks on work and study patterns. One example where wireless networks have changed work patterns is with location, as it has gotten rid of the need to have a dedicated workplace. Now it is easier than ever for employees to work from home, which proves to be useful during the current events with COVID-19. By doing this, it has made life much easier for the majority of people by allowing them to do their job without having to commute every day. It also enables teams to be created with members from across the world. This is extremely useful for companies as they don't have to limit their search for employees based on geographical location. Although this is a benefit, companies will have to take into consideration the different time zones when planning things like meetings. Furthermore, communication in the workplace has also improved drastically with the implementation of wireless networks. In order for a company to work efficiently, members need to communicate with one another. Wireless networks have given us more mediums of communication such as email, instant messages, calls using voice over internet protocol, and many more. So the health concerns related to wireless networks. According to the World Health Organization, the only health effect from radio frequency fields identified in scientific reviews has been related to an increase in body temperature from exposure at a very high field intensity found only in certain industrial facilities. The levels of exposure from wireless networks are so low that the temperature increases are insignificant and do not affect human health. From all evidence accumulated so far, no adverse short or long-term health effects have been shown to occur from wireless networks. And finally, do wireless technologies have an impact on our mental health? While some forms of technology may have made positive changes in the world, there is evidence for the negative effects of technology and its overuse as well. The overuse of wireless technologies may have a more significant impact on developing children and teenagers. Some psychological effects include isolation. So technology is designed to bring people together, yet they may have the opposite effect in some cases. A 2017 study in young adults aged 19 to 32 found that people with higher technology use were more than 3 times as likely to feel socially isolated than those who do not use social media as often. Another psychological effect includes depression and anxiety. So a 2016 systematic review found that people who had a more positive experience with wireless technology appeared to have lower levels of depression and anxiety, while on the other hand, people who had more negative experiences were more prone to the mental illness. Yeah.